Nigel Farage is back in the spotlight, and this time, he's not pulling any punches. Fresh off a Reform UK victory that shocked the political establishment, Farage sat down for a blistering interview in which he unleashed a furious tirade against Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer, calling him, quote, a coward, and accusing him of running away from the issues that matter to real people. The clip is already going viral, with millions of views and thousands of shares, and it's not hard to see why. Farage didn't just criticise Starmer, he dismantled him, point by point, with the kind of directness that's become his trademark. Right from the start, Farage made it clear he wasn't going to play nice. He opened the interview with a stinging rebuke of the political class, saying that people are sick and tired of being lied to, and that Starmer represents the very worst of establishment politics. According to Farage, the Labour leader has flip-flopped so many times that you'd need a spreadsheet just to track his positions. Brexit, immigration, gender debates. Farage accused Starmer of avoiding every single tough conversation, calling his strategy, duck, dodge, and disappear. Farage then tore into Starmer's stance on Brexit, which he said remains murky even years after the referendum. This man tried everything he could to reverse Brexit, Farage said, jabbing his finger for emphasis. And now he pretends like he respects the vote. It's laughable. He didn't believe in it then, and he doesn't believe in it now. He argued that Starmer's current tone on Brexit is just political theatre, an act designed to placate Red Wall voters without ever committing to real reform. But that was just the warm-up. The real heat came when Farage turned to immigration. This is the issue they don't want to touch, he declared, his voice rising. Because they know they've lost control of it. Labour, Tory, doesn't matter. They've both failed. But Starmer, he hasn't just failed, he's refused to even talk about it honestly. Farage then pointed to recent figures showing record levels of net migration, asking how any party could claim to be for the working class while importing hundreds of thousands of people every year. It's a betrayal, he said. And Keir Starmer is at the heart of it. He didn't stop there. Farage accused Starmer of ducking public accountability by refusing to engage in open debates and press conferences where he might face real questions. He hides behind scripted statements and tightly managed media appearances, Farage claimed. You'll never see him take on a tough interviewer, or speak off the cuff. Why? Because he's scared. Because deep down, he knows he can't defend his record, or lack of one. At one point in the interview, the host tried to interject, asking if Farage's tone might be too aggressive or divisive. But Farage shrugged it off. People are done with soft language, he said. They want the truth. They want someone who speaks their mind, not someone who checks with his PR team first. He then doubled down, saying Starmer's leadership has been marked by cowardice, indecision, and an obsession with not offending anyone, even if it means saying nothing at all. The interview hit its most dramatic moment when Farage held up a copy of Labour's latest manifesto and flipped through it on camera. There's nothing in here, he scoffed. No plan for immigration, no plan for energy, no plan for reforming our broken institutions. Just waffle, just words that mean nothing. He said Reform UK's growing support proves that voters are waking up and demanding real solutions, not just polished soundbites. He also took time to criticise the mainstream media for what he called the protective bubble around Starmer. According to Farage, journalists have largely given the Labour leader an easy ride, avoiding the hard-hitting questions they would ask of someone like him. If I said half the things Keir has said over the years, I'd be crucified, he said. But because he's their man, he gets a free pass. By the end of the interview, Farage had painted a devastating picture of Starmer as a leader out of touch with ordinary people, afraid of controversy, and fundamentally dishonest about his intentions. He framed himself and Reform UK as the only real alternative, tough, unapologetic, and clear about what they stand for. This isn't about left or right anymore, he concluded. It's about truth versus spin, courage versus cowardice, and I know which side the British people are on. The response has been immediate and intense. Social media is lit up with praise for Farage's brutal honesty, while critics accuse him of stoking division. But love him or hate him, there's no denying it. Farage is back in the game, and he's aiming straight at the heart of Labour's leadership. With the next election looming and Reform UK's numbers climbing, this could be just the beginning of a political shake-up that no one saw coming. So, is Farage right? Has Keir Starmer lost touch with the people? Or is this just more theatre from a master showman? One thing's for sure, after this interview, the gloves are off, and British politics just got a whole lot more interesting.